All right, YouTube, welcome back. All right, kind of go over what I've worked on since I did the last recording. As you can see, I have water in the tank now. I have all of that live rock, or rather dead rock that I talked about, now sitting in the frag tank temporarily until I can get it switched over to the main tank. I just wanted to get it in there and just let it balance out with the rest of the tank if it needed to. Didn't have any issues putting the water in. The only thing I really had to do was tighten up those bulkheads down there. Other than that, everything went smoothly. Now, I have some little things I still need to work on. As you can see, I went the cheapo route. I went and bought tubing that was not braided. I got the regular, clear plastic tubing. As you can see, it kinks like a son of a gun. And so I went to Lowe's and got some 90-degree elbows, and I'm about to put those in there, and that'll take the kinks out of the tubing and it will get better water flow. Something that I had mentioned before that I was really surprised about was the return pump. I was thinking that the return pump would not be powerful enough to power both tanks, but that was not the case. As you can see, I'm getting really good water flow out of here, and it doesn't look like much right now because that hose is kind of crimped and it's kind of impacting the water flow. But I kind of temporarily uncrimped it with my hands and kind of watched it, and it flowed pretty decently. And as you can see down here, the pump isn't even running at max yet. So I'm going to take another look at it once I unkink the hoses, and we'll see where we are there. What else do I need to do? Oh, I also decided on a couple of interesting things. The first thing that I am going to change in this setup is I'm going to move this auto top-off container from underneath the display tank to under here. I mean, I have so much more room down here, and if I move it, it will give me a lot easier access to top it off as well as check it, and it'll just make maintenance a hell of a lot easier. After I move that, I'm actually going to move the media reactors. I'm going to take them out of the sump, and I'm going to put them where the auto top-off container is now. And that, again, guys, is just ease of access and ease of maintenance. Something that I've learned in this hobby, and you guys can take this to heart, is the easier you make your maintenance, the more apt you are going to be to actually do it. So I figure if I keep making my maintenance easier and easier and easier, it'll be easier to keep up with, and I'm hoping that is the case. So that's where I am. As you can see, I still don't have doors on here. I'm going to put those on last. Another pro tip aside, while we're talking about all this stuff, I accidentally yanked the cord of the Neptune Apex display out of the USB socket and destroyed it. And I'm going to tell you guys now, that thing is so fragile. So if you guys are building your own system, getting everything running and everything like that, for whatever you do, just install that thing last. Put it far away where it won't get damaged, and while you're sitting in, rooting around and anything like that, do it last. Seriously, because those suckers are $100 a piece. I contacted Neptune. I'm hoping that they can replace it for me or repair the one I have, but otherwise I'm going to have to shell out another $100 to get it replaced. Oh, one other minor thing. I did have to slightly level the stand after it was all said and done. It was just, it was probably within acceptable. I just leveled it. I just I threw a small piece of this 1/4 inch. It's the same 1/4 inch veneer plywood I used to do the outside of the tank. I didn't have to cut it to size. It was perfectly long enough the way it was, and so I just lifted the stand and put it on that, and it was perfectly level after that. So, you know, it is what it is. But yeah, I mean, that's why you save all your scrap because it can end up saving your butt later on down the line. So that's where we are. Gonna do plumbing and gonna clean up some of the wires in here a little bit. I still got them, as you can see, I still don't have this light, which I love because it's such a thin profile, but I still got to hook up the light and get all the power and program and everything, and install the power head in here too. Just get that all running, and we should be good to go. Alright guys, that's it for now. I'll give you another update as soon as I get this laundry list of stuff done. And if you like what you see or have comments, suggestions, please feel to leave them down in the comments box down below. And if you like what you see and you want to see more, please subscribe. I think it's awesome that people are subscribing and kind of staying with me through my bumbling as I get through all this, so that's really cool too. Alright guys, thanks a lot, and have a great day.